Being told to hold up here. We're good? Okay. A little bit different tonight. Varsity played before JV, which is not normal. We got 17 minutes on the clock. Period 1. We're going to start with, looks like Paseo. Looks like Tiva. Let's see who else. Whiteford. Headland's on the ice. He's not supposed to be on the ice. He is supposed to sit the first period. I'm not sure why he's out there, but he's out there. And Paseo gets tied up in the dot. Draw comes back. Paseo recovers. Headland to Whiteford. Whiteford goes rink wide to Tiva. Tiva up against the boards. Puck gets pushed back to Headland. Headland goes to Paseo. Paseo's going to dump in. Down into the corner. Chisago rings it around. Headland recovers. Holds his own. Puck's loose out front. Quick shot and a save. Paseo was all alone out front. Do we have a replay screen? Where are we at? Oh, it's way down here. Okay. I'm gonna pull this replay screen up here. Paseo all alone in the slot, takes a quick shot. Chisago covers that up. Uh-oh, the replay screen is kind of messed up here. Chisago brings into the zone. We get a whistle. Arm up. I think that might be a penalty call. Maybe it was just offsides. 14 in the box. That's Schuster. I did not see the call. I don't know what the call was. Osseo gonna be on a PK here. Turk on the draw. Osseo comes away with it behind the net. They push it into the corner. Chisago up to the point. They wheel at the point. Try to push it down low. Berggraf there to break it up. Thank you, sir. I got a replay screen now. Chisago in the corner. They go center. Save. Cheska. Not Chaska. Not Cheska, but Cheska. Oh, centering feed. Beauty save by Cheska there. He turns it up and out. That's a big league save. Olsen on the puck there. On the forecheck. Chisago comes away with it. Kind of a slow start. That was offsides. Kind of a slow start here. I don't see anybody. I don't see Chisago. I don't see Osseo really with a good effort here to make a difference. Turk on the draw. Chisago comes away with it. They move it back behind their net. Hold up there, looking for an outlet pass. Turned away by Steiner. Into the corner, Steiner goes in. Pretty slow start. I'd like to see a little bit more speed out of this Osseo team to start out. I think they're kind of matching their play. Save. Quick shot, easy, outside of the net. Cheska just holds on to it. I'd like to see some pace here. Looks like we got Henry Paseo, Klein, and Headland on D. Paseo trying to get that out of the zone. Chisago holds. They go rink wide. They dance it in now down behind the net. Into the corner. Headland takes a swing at it. Shot. Chisago. Save. Cheska. Now behind the net, Hedlund gives chase into the corner. He comes away with it, chips it up to Tiva. Tiva bobbles just for a moment, sends it back to Berggraf. Berggraf to Hedlund. Hedlund fans on a little bit now. Second attempt, tries to get it out. It's stuck in the neutral zone. Back to Hedlund. Hedlund reverts back to Berggraf. Berggraf, long pass, misses everybody, lands on the stick of a Chisago player. Tiva chips it in. Klein gives chase. Chisago up and out of the zone. We get a whistle. Somebody's going to the box here. That's going to be Chisago. Or Osseo going on a power play. Did not see the call. No idea what that call was. 13:27 left to play in the first period. Number 22 for Chisago in the box. That's a 2-minute penalty. Turk comes in. Oh, excuse me. Nope. That's Olsen on the draw. Couldn't come away with it. It gets squirted all the way down into the Osseo zone. They chip it up the boards and out. But Chisago able to bring it back in deep behind the net. Towie there. That gets pushed all the way out. Looks like Will Sargent in the game. Olsen up the right wing boards, gets pinched off. Chisago able to clear. Sheska tees it up for Ingebrigtsen. Ingebrigtsen behind the net. He is going to skate it out, chips it up the boards to Sargent. Sargent in the corner, chipped all the way out. Whiteford has to hold up. Everyone's got to tag up or they'll be offsides. Now in is Towie. And Chisago easily able to clear here. 41 seconds left in the penalty. Whiteford with it now. He goes rink wide, misses everybody, but Sargent able to pick it up. Sargent on the left wing boards, gets bumped down, and Chisago is able to clear. Sheska going to tee it up for Whiteford now, as Olsen carries out. Olsen up the right wing side with some speed. Olsen fans on the pass. Comes out to the point, sends it back down low, looking for Towie. Towie, little late, ends up picking it up. Schmidt with it now, sends it up to the point for Hedlund. Hedlund with a blast, that's wide left. Back up to the point, Hedlund able to hold. Chisago clears. They got behind the defense there, breakaway, shot, save, no, not a save. Chisago scores on the backhand. That one gets by Sheska. 1-0 Chisago. A little bit of a broken play there. Tough, you're on the power play, and that man was just high. He was sneaking up there, brings it in, forehand, backhand, and scores. That's a bummer. We got to make that up here. Pasale on the draw. Chisago wins it. Schmidt picks a pocket, gets it to Tiva. Tiva, backhand over the net. Good chance there. Nice little rush. Puck squirts free again to Tiva. He sends it in on net, steered into the corner by Chisago. Pasale, little bit of a chicken wing on that hit. Got his hands up. You're going to get called every time you get your hands up. Pasale's going to go off probably for roughing, checking, whatever you want to call it. Chisago gonna be on the power play here for the next 2 minutes. 10:37 left. Chisago up 1-0. Osseo in the box, got his hands up there a little bit of chicken wingy, you know. That's going to get called every time. Turk on the draw. Penalty kill for Osseo. Ingebrigtsen up to Turk. That gets by everybody, goes all the way down. I think they tipped it on the way in. No icing. Chisago controls. That man goes down. He's able to chip it out, though. Ingebrigtsen with it. He bobbles for a moment, able to clear. That goes back into the Chisago zone as Steiner tries to put on some pressure. Chisago comes up and through the neutral zone behind the Osseo net up to the point. D to D. They're wheeling, they send it down low. Shot. I think that hit the side of the net. Steiner able to chip it up and onto the zone for the clear. Turk in, one man, all alone. Chisago trying to set it up again. They're able to bring it out. Through the neutral zone, intercepted by Turk. He chips it down into the Chisago zone. I did just notice that must have been a 5-minute penalty. 3:35 left on the penalty. I'm not sure why that was a major. 9 minutes left to play in the period. Whiteford now chips it up, but not out. Chisago gains it at the blue line. They dance, chip it down to the boards. Shot comes in, blocked by Whiteford. Behind the net is Chisago. Setting it up on the power play here. They come back up to the point. Turn. Bring it back in down low. Centering feed. Nobody there. That's going to be cleared. Olsen, the man in on the forecheck, puts on enough pressure. So Chisago bobbles it a little bit. Towie comes in, almost picked a pocket. As now Chisago brings it into the zone. Quick shot on net, steered aside. Oh, by Fornia. I thought that Sheska was on net. Fornia is in net. Towie chips it up into the neutral zone. Forces Chisago to play with a high stick. We'll get a whistle. Five-minute major on Osseo. I didn't think that penalty would be a major. Apparently it is. 7:44 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 Chisago. Will Sargent on the draw. Almost comes away with it. Chisago controls front of their net. Now into the corner. They bring it out. No pressure as they do that. I'm seeing a little bit of puck watching. Shot, save, Fournier. Back up to the point, high slot, pass over to the wall, shot, save. Fournier. A little bit of puck watching here. I'd like to see these boys set their own pace. A little bit of a slow pace to start. Draw controlled by Chisago into the slot. Down low now, behind the Osseo net, and now bumped into the corner. They send a shot in, goes to the crease, back up to the point, now down low. Walked out front was number 8 for Chisago, unprotected, and that puck just squirts out of the zone. Schuster tries to wrap his man up. He does that. Almost comes away with it. Chisago brings it right back in. Down into the corner. Back up to the point. Rink wide. Pass. Pass through the middle. Didn't connect. Klein able to chip it out. Chisago putting on a passing clinic so far. Shot steered aside by Fournier. Centering feed. Klein comes away with it. Sends it to Schuster. Schuster couldn't get it out. Whiteford sends it full length. That was tipped. No icing. Chisago chips it right back in. Full rink pass. Hedlund ties his man up in the corner as Turk joins him. Turk comes away with it. Again, I don't know why Hedlund's playing. Oh, quick pass and a shot. Beat Fournier. Chisago up 2-0. I'm still trying to figure out why Hedlund's playing in this first period. He's not supposed to be. Towie, Pasale, Tiva, Hedlund, Ingebrigtsen, and he's down low. Hedlund to Pasale. Pasale tied up behind the Osseo net. Comes free to Tiva. Tiva up to Ingebrigtsen. He clears it as Pasale gives chase. Chisago able to turn it over. They chip it across. Pretty good defense there by Hedlund. Able to push it wide. Hedlund now in the corner with Towie. Hedlund tied up. Towie comes in to help. He's able to strip it. He comes away with it. Up to Tiva. Tiva up the left wing side. He gets pushed down. Now deep as Towie gives chase.
From 46 and Carlson, 11-5, first shot.
Little bit of a hit there. The bench exploded. Berggraf playing defense tonight. Different look. Pasale, nice hit there by Pasale. Shot, save. Nope, that sails over the net. Fournier lets it go. Trying to glove it down, it went by. We've got Olsen, Sargent, Berggraf, Schmidt, and St. Jacques. Puck's in the corner. 2 Osseo players. Third one comes away with it across to Schmidt. Schmidt trying to clear it. Able to get it out, but couldn't control it. Chisago turns it around in the neutral zone. They chip it down deep. That's going to be on net. Fournier's got to play it. He ends up gobbling it up in his pads. Get a whistle here and a change. Sorry about that. I had my had my daughter asking me a question. Ingebrensen with it now. Sends it up to neutral ice. Chisago able to chip it down deep. Whiteford comes away with it. Rink wide pass. Finds Towie. Towie up to Ingebrensen. He carries it in. Shot. Save. Chisago. Good to see a couple shots on net here. We need to start doing a few more of that. Feel like we haven't had a good opportunity yet. Up to the point, D to D. Chisago walks in, shot, save. Fournier cleared, and Chisago is going to retreat and recover.
14-41.
Chisago with it now. They gain the left wing side. Drop pass up to the point. Oh, almost picked off by Turk. Now a pass to Turk. Tries to cut through the middle. He's tied up into the corner. Throws a little hit. Turk comes over with a shot through the crease into the corner. And that's going to go all the way down. Icing will be the call. Chisago controls the draw. Osseo almost there to hold that. Chisago comes away with it. Quick up the left wing side shot. Wide right. Comes back up to the wall. Chipped up to Schmidt. Schmidt to Berggraf. Berggraf up the right wing side. He's pinched off. Schuster takes a hit, but he's able to pinch it down deep. Berggraf with a good keep there. Able to pinch. 50 seconds left in this first period. 2-0. Chisago, if you're just joining. Shot wide right. Comes to the wall. Back up to the point is Chisago. We're at 8 seconds left on an Osseo penalty. Pretty good play here. Pretty good penalty kill from this Osseo squad. Draw controlled by Osseo. Whiteford with a blast blocked out front. As Schuster gives chase into the corner. Chisago comes away with it.
Osseo's full strength.
Back to full strength hockey. Centering feed. Chipped around up front. Loose. As now Turk comes away with it. That's going to be icing. 2.9 seconds left in this first period. Turk unable to get his geometry right there. Almost had it. Turk to take this draw. Comes back up to the point. Chisago shot high into the glass. That'll be the end of the first period. 2-0 Chisago. We're going to Zamboni. So We'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes. And then we'll have 2 wonderful periods of hockey. See you in about 10 minutes. up in here. Let's go. Are we ready to go? No, we're not ready to go. Let's wait till they come out. Yeah, we got a minute. I'm trying to pick up my crowd here. Let's go. Let's pick it up. All right, I got nothing. Here we go. All right, let's start this second period. Chisago up 2-0 on your home team, the Osseo Orioles. Let's see if there's any line changes coming up here. We got to pick it up a little bit here. I'd like to see the boys move it a little bit. Chisago, so far this game, easily able to move the puck. Not so much from your Osseo team, but let's see what we have in store for this second period. We got some fresh ice. We got 17 minutes on the clock. Shots right now are 11-2 Chisago. So far, Osseo just not able to get much going. We're going to start out, looks like Turk. Looks like Pasale, Whiteford, St. Jacques. And who is this? Schmidt. Turk to take the draw. Let's get it going here. Let's move the puck around a little bit. Let's get some things going. Draw won by Turk. It ends up going deep into the Chisago zone. Chisago player fans on it. They're able to chip it back up and out though. Rink wide. Good at the blue line. In a lone shot. Score right away. 16:43 left. Just a loose play there. Nobody on the back check. Here's the replay. Good at the line. Quick pass at the blue line shot. Top left corner. They beat Fournier to make it 3-0. It says 2-0 on the scoreboard, but it is 3-0. Back to Whiteford. Whiteford up to Schmidt. Schmidt chips it in. He did not gain the red line. That'll be icing. Osseo wins the draw into the corner. Up and out to Schmidt. Schmidt in all alone. He gets swarmed as Chisago able to recover. Back up to Pasale. Pasale, quick shot. Saves Chisago. Nice shot there by Pasale. Centering feed didn't get there as Berggraf able to hold his own. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt goes into the corner. Dangles down deeper and now behind the net. Trying to come out the other side. Chisago able to swarm him. Chisago good at the line. Shot. Save. Oh, we got a different goalie. We have Sheska in the game now. It is not Fournier. Chisago centering feed, shot. Steered aside by Sheska into the corner. Chisago recovers. They dance it out front. Centering feed cleared by Schmidt, but not out. Chisago holds his own. Osseo able to clear. Banked off the boards and chipped in as St. Jacques recovers behind the net. St. Jacques chips it up to Schmidt. Schmidt not able to get it up to Turk. Excuse me, not Turk. Olsen. He was looking for Olsen. Couldn't get it to him. Now up and out is Olsen. Olsen to Schmidt. They had to tag up or they'd be offsides. Into the corner. Chisago comes away with it. No icing there. That goes all the way down. Behind the net, centering feed. Picked up by Murphy. That is Cole Murphy. Side of the net, Chisago works. Tiva goes rink wide. Cole Murphy comes in, Turk comes in on the forecheck. Shot from the point, save, Sheska. Behind the net, loose out front, goes through the crease into the corner. Chisago controls. Whiteford up, but not out. Tiva makes a scrambling attempt, and Murphy able to clear. Chisago in offsides. 13. Clock still running. 13-15.
Attention fans, will the owner of
Left in the second period. 3-0 Chisago. Let's see if we can get it going here.
Please move your vehicle immediately or it will be towed. Thank you.
Chisago wins the draw. They go rink wide and dump it in. Steiner up to Cole Murphy.
That's our car. That's our car.
What?
Where is it?
What's wrong with it?
It's going to be towed.
Why?
CKZ. Where's it parked? Where's our car? That way or that way? Here. Just said it's going to be towed.
Sorry about that. Apparently my car is going to be towed, even though I parked in a regular spot. Chisago shot. Oh, big save by Sheska. We get a whistle. Why was there a whistle? I think they just lost sight of it. Great save by Sheska there to keep it alive. Not sure why that whistle was blown. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one. Schmidt wins the draw back. It ends up behind the net. Chisago, quick shot on the turn. Save, Sheska. Now into the corner. Back up to the point is Chisago. It goes all the way down. Off a Chisago player, no icing. Schuster comes in on the forecheck. Chisago comes away with it through the neutral zone. They dance in the middle. Chisago player blew a tire as now Scott trying to make something happen here. In alone is St. Jacques. Shot comes in. Sheska steers that into the corner. Now back up to the point. They send it to the half wall. Dance in off the dot. Centering feed, nothing there. Chisago putting on some pressure here on a penalty. Not sure who that is in the box. I think it's a Whiteford in the box. Sorry, I lost track of where we were here. Apparently, they announced that my car is going to be towed over the intercom. Very weird. Chisago through the neutral zone. Broken up by Pasale. And Chisago gains control. For the moment, they go back into their zone. Chisago easily able to move the puck here. We need to be a pass-first team here in the second period. 15 seconds, 14 left on the penalty kill. Chisago in offsides. 7 seconds left on the penalty kill. 10:29 left in the second period. 3-0 Chisago. We're going to start moving it a little bit here. I'm not seeing a lot of crisp passes. I'm not seeing a lot of boys looking for each other here. Got to pick it up. Chisago wins that draw. They go to D to D. Dance to the middle. Now in the circle. Not able to clear was Olsen. That puck ends up getting down low. Tiva in deep. Comes around the net. He's the one man in all alone. He's got Olsen out front. Couldn't find him. Wraparound attempt. Good opportunity there. Couldn't get it to go. Beautiful wraparound there by Tiva. Had Olsen out front. Almost got that to go on his own. We got a tripping call now on Pasale. Pasale in the box. 1:32 on that penalty. Chisago comes over with it. They chip it up and out into the neutral zone. That gets by Berggraf. Chisago in. Pass, shot, save. Sheska. Chisago still with it. Shot and gloved. Nice glove save there to shut it down. 1:08 left in the penalty. Osseo playing from behind here. 3-0 and on the penalty kill. 2 in a row. Hard to get anything going when you're killing penalties. Chisago wins the draw. They bring it down around the Osseo net. Centering feed. Broken up by 27. That's Turk. Chisago still with it. They go up to the high slot. Shot. Wide left. Down into the corner. Back up to the point. Point man couldn't hold it. It squirts by him. Turk gives chase. Couldn't gain control. Murphy there, able to turn it around. That is Cole Murphy. Turk gonna draw a penalty there. We'll even it up for 30 seconds. And then Osseo gonna go on the power play. Looks like number 2 for Chisago going for tripping, I assume. Tripping is the call. Even strength, 4-on-4 hockey for 30 seconds. And then Osseo on a power play for a minute 30. Chisago controls that draw. 4-on-4. Cole Murphy comes over with it. Shot wide left. I think the goalie got a little bit of that. We got another penalty coming. I think that's going to be boarding on Chisago. What's the call here? I don't know what that call is. Hit from behind. Hit from behind. On Osseo. Oh my goodness. We got 3 players in the box. We got 17 seconds left on the Chisago. Holy moly. 8:45 left in the period. Minute 47 on the Chisago penalty. 17 seconds left on the Osseo penalty. We got to get this clock right here. 5-minute. I think that's a boarding call. Chisago wins the draw. They go D to D. Shot. Hits the side of the net. Trickles back up to the point. D to D again. Here comes another shot. Save Sheska. He steers it into the corner. Back up to the point. Chisago putting on some pressure. Another shot. Another save. Sheska. Chisago just cycling it back up to the point. Shot after shot. We got to put on some pressure here. Osseo doing a pretty good job keeping them to the outside on this breakaway now by Towie. Towie gets hooked up. He's going to draw that penalty. Towie keeps battling. That should be a double minor. Hooking and roughing. Should be a double. Should be a double. Number 16 for Chisago going to the box. That's going to even it up. 4:14 on the Chisago penalty. 1 minute on the Osseo penalty. Let's see what we come up with here. Towie just does some muscle work into the corner. Draws the penalty. Towie keeps going. He gets hooked. He gets roughed. 4 minutes. Yep, double minor on the Chisago player. So 4:12 plus a minute. We'll go 4-on-4 for a minute here. Chisago able to come away with it. Scott holds at the point. Sends it back down low. Too far for Murphy. That's going to end up all the way down in the Osseo zone. Sheska comes out to play it. Little bobble by the side of the net. Chisago comes away with it. Back into the Chisago zone. They control. Long outlet pass. Gets by everybody. That should be icing. It is not. Scott with it now. Tees it up for Carter Murphy. Carter Murphy up the middle. Sends it rink wide. Shot. Save. Chisago. Big rebound. Scott with a blast. Couldn't get it to go. Towie hit in the corner. Now behind the net is Carter Murphy. Carter Murphy backhanded. Back up to the point. Burgraff sends it in. That ends up behind the net. Squirts out front. Burgraff with a blast. Fans on it a little bit. Chisago controls. They send it to length. That'll be icing. 2:55 on the Osseo penalty. 2:42 on the Chisago penalty. So we will end up with a, 9-second power play. Whiteford at the line. Able to hold it. Sends it back down into the corner. Murphy gives chase. Behind the net. Comes out front. Backhand shot. Save Chisago. Nice little chance there. Whiteford sends it in. No icing. They're going to say they touched it on the way in. Olsen goes down. That's going to be a penalty on Chisago. Interference is the call. Osseo with an opportunity here now. 4 on 3 for 2 minutes. Great opportunity. Let's get some points on the board here. Tiva Murphy, that is Cole Murphy, wins it back to Whiteford. Whiteford bobbles it, gets it to Cole Murphy. Cole Murphy goes rink wide. St. Jacques shot wide right. Cole Murphy ties up his man, comes away with it. Back up to Whiteford. Whiteford with some time sends it across to St. Jacques. St. Jacques shot, save, loose out front. We got a whistle, played with a high stick. Oh my goodness. Just when we were getting it going. Just when we were getting it going. Same line out there. Four on 3. A little bit of a meeting here in the dot. Cole Murphy, Whiteford, St. Jacques, and is it Tiva, 36? Tiva on the draw. Chisago wins it back into the corner behind the net. They chip it around and out. Whiteford blows a tire there. Sheska plays it up to Whiteford. Whiteford skates it through the neutral zone, gives it to Murphy. Murphy, drop pass, misses. St. Jacques recovers. St. Jacques rips it around into the far corner, all the way for Whiteford. Whiteford down low to Tiva. Tiva back up to Whiteford. Whiteford corrals, sends it across to St. Jacques. St. Jacques shot blocked. Murphy, Cole Murphy with it. Goes back up high to Whiteford. Whiteford across. Slap shot by St. Jacques was a fan. Murphy comes away with it. Behind the net, centering feed. Whiteford shot wide right. Comes all the way up to the point. St. Jacques controls, but he couldn't hold the zone. Has to come out. Whiteford with it now. Bobbles. Chisago player, speedy, number 8 there. Brings it down behind the Osseo net. He's in all alone. Should be able to pick that away from him. Come on, boys. Back up to Cole Murphy. Cole Murphy with it now. He's going to skate it. He's got room. He's with Tiva. Leaves it for Tiva. Tiva bobbles. Gets it into the corner. And Chisago sends it back up to the point and out. Chisago in. They're going to dump. Berggraf in now. In the far corner. Tries to tie his man up. We got another whistle. Is that too many men? 1, 2, 3, 4. What was that? Refs are talking about it. I thought only thing I could figure was too many men. They were trying to come out of the penalty box over there. And the play was over there. Ref explaining something to the Chisago bench right now. Maybe not too many men. I don't know. Got a minute 58 left on the Chisago double minor. 19 seconds left of 4 on 3 for Osseo. Pasale comes away with it off the draw from Olsen. Pasale back up to Olsen, squirts through the middle, chipped. They're going to say that was played with a high stick. They whistle it down. Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know about that one. We'll bring it all the way back down into the Osseo zone. 6 seconds left on this 4-on-3. And then Chisago will gain a player back. We'll go 1:40:39 on an Osseo power play. We got another penalty right off the draw. Hand pass? Is that a penalty? Yeah. What was the call? Chisago marching to the box, trying to leave an opportunity for Osseo. Let's capitalize here. Let's get going. They're marching to the box. We got to take advantage of this. 1, 2, 3, 4 on 3 for 1 second. Chisago is going to gain a player back. Excuse me, Osseo's got one out of the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 3. We're skating 5 on 3 here. Double penalties for Chisago. 5 on 3 for Osseo. Cole Murphy with it. Drops it to Carter Murphy. Shot. Save. Loose on the side. Centering feed comes up to the point. Burgraff couldn't quite hold it. Gosh, he tried. Couldn't quite get there. We're going to set it up again. Burgraff with it now. To Tiva. Tiva up the right wing side. He's got a little bit of room. Pass all the way across to Murphy. Murphy looks back up to Scott. Scott back goes back down to Murphy. Rink wide pass for Tiva. Tiva leaves it to the point. Shot. Blocked out front and gets chipped all the way down on net. As Scott regains. 31 seconds left in the 5 on 3. We got to get something going here. Let's get it set up. Murphy to Murphy. Carter Murphy with it now. Goes up to Scott. Goes through his feet and out of the zone. Scott to St. Jacques. St. Jacques to Cole Murphy. Cole Murphy with some speed up the right wing side. Drop pass for Pasale. Pasale shot. That's blocked on the way in. Oh, good opportunity there. Goes up over the net. 14 seconds left on the 5 on 4 penalty. St. Jacques to Towie. Towie does his best job to chip it in. Tries to tie his man up. Pasale comes in with a hit, but Chisago comes away with it. Chisago into the corner. Now behind the net. They walk out front. High slot shot. High over the net. Osseo got away with one there. 1:27 left in this second period. Chisago kills off a 5 on 3 penalty. For what, 2-3 minutes? My goodness. Chisago back up to the point. They win the draw. A little bit of a loose puck there. Schuster gives chase. Chisago controls behind the net. Schuster in. Good play there by Schuster to tie his man up. Chisago, though, able to get it out through the neutral zone. They chip it in.
1 minute play in the second period. 1 minute.
1 minute to go in the second period. Towie behind the net, overskates, turns, comes back the other way, loses it. But he's able to come away with it. Towie gonna jump, dump and chase. Steiner gives help, side of the net. Towie shot. Oh, just misses. My goodness, that was a good opportunity there. Towie had just a little bit of room there. Ends up hitting the side of the net. 24 seconds left in the second period. 3-0. Chisago, as somebody comes in to try to hit Big Will. He's having none of that. Chisago, though, walks to the slot. Shot, save Sheska. That goes up to the point. Now down low is Scott. And up and out of play. They're going to let the clock run out. That's the end of your second period. 3-0 Chisago.
Second period, Chisago Lake had
Saw a little bit of flash of light there at the end of that period. Let's see a little bit more of that. All right, here we go. Starting the third period. Chisago up 3-0. Shots on goal 19-8 in favor of Chisago. We got Cole Murphy, Klein, Steiner, St. Jacques, Hedlund back in the game. St. Jacques chases it back, chips it up to Klein. Murphy to Klein, down low. Hedlund pokes it. Centering feed, save, Sheska. Loose out front. Puck comes back in, that's blocked out front. As now Hedlund chases it into the corner. That gets stripped. That comes away as Murphy clears. Not far enough for icing. A little bit of a flurry there by Chisago. Hedlund with it now. Hedlund chips it up for Murphy, just misses him. Chisago recovers. Back up to Hedlund. Hedlund looks to dump it in. That ends up in the slot. Chisago turns it around. Hedlund now chases into the corner. Centering feed for Chisago. Gets by that man. Klein ties him up. Murphy with it now. Cole Murphy, that is, to Klein. Chisago sends a shot in on net. Sheska steers it into the corner. Whiteford Tied up. Klein trying to come away with it. Chisago walks in behind the net. Sharp angle, they shoot, they score. That was almost behind the net. That might have banked in off of the back of Sheska and in. 4-0 Chisago. That's one to celebrate. That was a beauty. Yeah. Didn't get much of a replay there. Sharp angle shot ends up finding the net. 15:33 left in the third period. 4-0 Chisago. Super sharp angle shot. I don't even know how that went in. Burgraff with it. Goes across to St. Jacques. St. Jacques looking for Tiva at the line. Towie recovers. Towie through the neutral zone up the left wing side. Towie trying to make a move. Nobody home for him to pass to. As now Burgraff picks a pocket. He sends it back to St. Jacques. St. Jacques retreats. Banks it off the glass up to Carter Murphy. And that's back in the Osseo zone. Burgraff to Towie. Towie all the way across to Carter Murphy. Carter Murphy up the right wing side. He gets bushed off. Off sides. We got to tag up here. Murphy comes out. Oh, I don't think they tagged up there, but they're going to let him go. Tiva holds his own. Pasel comes in. He chips it in deep. Towie gives chase behind the net. Towie up front. Loose. Pasel shot wide left. Nice little opportunity there. Headland able to hold the zone only momentarily, though. Oh, nice pickpocket from Schuster. That's going to come all the way in on net. Chisago back up to the point and past Headland. Headland retreats. Headland with it now. Goes across for Whiteford. That pass gets tipped. Whiteford's got to chase it into the corner. He comes away with it. Centering feed finds Headland. Headland up to Towie. Towie hits the brakes. Dumps it in deep. Gloved down by Chisago. Schuster in on the forecheck. Unable to get anything going there. Little hit from behind there as Pasel goes down. Headland throws a hit as well. Whiteford behind the net. Chips it around his man. Whiteford still with it. Whiteford fans. Reverse exploding shoulder from Whiteford there as his man goes down. Not too many can knock Whiteford over. Pasel strips the puck. He's going to chip it in. 13:20 left to go in the third period. 4-0 Chisago. Out shooting your Osseo Orioles 20-9. Tied up on the wall. Chisago comes away with it. They hold the zone. Chip it in deep. St. Jacques with it now. He banks it off the glass and out. That's going to go all the way down for icing. We got Steiner. We got Burgraff. We got Klein. Cole Murphy. And St. Jacques. Cole Murphy wins it over to St. Jacques. Up against the board. Steiner trying to dig it out. Couldn't get it out. Behind the net. Wrap around up to the point. High slot shot. Chisago blocked by Cole Murphy. He recovers. Chips it into the far corner. St. Jacques. Back in a pass. Shot in. Save Sheska. Steiner with it now. Headman pass out to Klein. Klein trying to chip it around his man. Couldn't get it going. Klein pushed up against the boards. Back in a shot. Steiner on net. That goes through the wickets of the Chisago goalie. Soft little shot. Ended up going by him. Unfortunately, squirts out the other side. Chisago back in. Quick pass into the corner. As now Steiner trying to come away with it. Murphy able to break it up. For the moment, Chisago moving the puck really well. Nice outlet passes by this Chisago team. Sheska behind the net, plays it himself. Chips it up to Murphy. Murphy to Steiner. Steiner couldn't catch up with it. Now he does. banks it off the glass. Steiner with a nice little hit there right in front of us. Tells number 2 to take a seat. Whiteford to Steiner. Steiner looking to move it, gets it across to Tiva. Tiva couldn't handle it. Chisago able to get in the zone. Cole Murphy with it now. Gets that stripped. Back to Headland. Headland up to, who was that? Towie. Towie's pass intercepted. Back to Headland. Headland to Whiteford. Whiteford all the way across for Carter Murphy. Carter Murphy stood up there. Couldn't get much going. Chisago moving the puck really well. We should take some notes here. Oh, bank pass off the boards. Towie in. Almost had an opportunity there. Good little pass off the boards. Back up to the point. And now out is Chisago. St. Jacques, good defensive play there. Nice stick, pushed him to the outside. Banked it off the glass and out. Tiva trying to clear it further, unable to do so. St. Jacques to Headland. Headland fans on it. He's got to revert back around the net. Headland to St. Jacques. St. Jacques back to Headland. Headland up the middle, finds Towie. Towie looking for somebody moving. Found Pasale. Pasale couldn't handle it. All the way back to Headland. He goes back to St. Jacques. Back to Headland. Headland's going to skate it out now. Up the left wing side, gains the red line and dumps it in. He's going to peel off on a change. Pasale in on the forecheck. Couldn't get anything going on that. As now Chisago chips it all the way down. They wave off icing, saying that Berggraf could have played that. That's going to come all the way out. 9:36 left to go in the third period. 4-0 Chisago. Like to see these boys get on the board. Let's get something going here. Schuster, good play to chip it down deep. Schuster meets his man in the corner, but Chisago comes away with it. Loose puck now. Whose is it? Comes free to Berggraf. Berggraf's going to dump it in. All the way around to the far side. Chisago gains control. They muffin that pass a little bit. Whiteford comes away with it. Oh, that's stripped by Whiteford. In offsides is Osseo. Turk on the draw. Chisago controls. They're going to dump it in deep. Whiteford in the corner to Pasale. Excuse me, to Turk. Turk and Whiteford go to work behind the net. Turk comes away with it. Bank pass looking for Cole Murphy. Couldn't get it to him. Chisago offsides. They got to tag up. Back up to the point for Cole Murphy. Murphy to Steiner. Steiner to Turk. Turk chips it in. Couldn't gain control. And Chisago looking to get out. Berggraf, nice pinch there. He's able to hold his own. Cole Murphy to Turk. Turk sends it down low. Murphy just a half a step late to get there. And Chisago comes away with it. They dance through the middle. Feed goes to the far corner, near corner, excuse me. Now to the far corner. They send it back around behind the net. Berggraf comes away with it. Berggraf playing defense tonight. It's a new look. Now we got a penalty on Chisago. That's going to be roughing, I assume. Chisago touches it. It's going to be roughing. Berggraf draws the roughing penalty. Osseo going back on the power play for 2 minutes. 7:34 left to play in the third period. Shots are 21-11 in favor of Chisago. Osseo needs to get something going here. Let's move this puck. Let's get it going. Draw goes behind the net. Chipped up to the point. Headland holds. Oh, it bumps over his stick. He's got to retreat. Headland to Whiteford. Whiteford skate to stick.
Minor penalty
Back to
assessed
Headland.
Chisago, Lakes number 19, 2-man minor penalty for roughing.
Headland up to Tiva. Tiva gains the zone. Tiva into the corner. Tiva gets hit. Goes down. Carter Murphy back up to the point. Headland, high slot, shot blocked. Headland's got to retreat. 2-on-1. Headland able to come away with that. Good effort there for Headland to recover as Chisago dumps it in. Whiteford recovers. He goes rink wide, finds Towie. Towie up the left wing side. Throws on the brakes, looking for somebody, finds Murphy. Murphy hit. Chisago comes over. Yeah, we're going to chicken wing that one. That was a little bit chicken wingy. Up into the face of Murphy. Chisago going to go to the box again. Giving us opportunities here. We just need to capitalize on them. Osseo on the draw. He wins it over in the corner. Nobody there. All the way down on net. Sheska steers it into the corner. Sets it up for St. Jacques. St. Jacques behind the net. Turns. Comes out the other way. Chips it up to Cole Murphy. Cole Murphy overskates it. Recovers though. Up to Osseo. Osseo going to chip it in. Down into the corner is Schuster. Schuster ties his man up. Comes loose to Olsen. Olsen to Berggraf. Berggraf on the line. Sends it across to St. Jacques. St. Jacques shot blocked out front. Nobody followed that in. That comes back up to the point. Berggraf's going to hold. Berggraf goes D to D for St. Jacques. St. Jacques shot loose out front. Backhanded shot loose again. That comes out to the point. Shot save. Shot again by Berggraf. Another save by Chisago. Back up to the point for St. Jacques. St. Jacques goes D to D for Berggraf. And back again. St. Jacques shot. Tipped. Loose out front. Comes back up to the point. Oh, loose out front. They shoot. They score. Osseo with a loose puck. Osseo pokes it in on the backhand. 44 seconds left on that power play. Osseo makes it 4-1. Just a scramble out front. Osseo poking. He's able to get it to go. HP gets us on the board. That's good. Like I said, we got to capitalize. When they give you chances, you got to capitalize on those chances. Murphy on the draw. Wins it back to Headland. Headland up to Osseo. Murphy comes away with it up the right wing side. Quick little sneaky shot through the wickets of the Chisago player there. Save though. Behind the net is Murphy. Murphy up to the point. Headland just able to hold the line. Gets it over to Whiteford. Whiteford sends it into the corner. Towie throws a hit. That comes loose. Headland trying to pinch. That gets by him. Osseo back. Chisago player all over him. Osseo in the corner. Chisago comes away with it out front to Whiteford. Whiteford up to Towie. Couldn't handle it. Chisago holds his own. They go centering feed. That's loose to Headland. Headland looking for Towie. Towie didn't see it come through. That'll be icing. .433 left to go in the third period. 4-1 Chisago. 21 shots are 21-18. Osseo catching up in the shot department, just not a whole lot to show for it. Draw controlled by Osseo. St. Jacques looking to get it out to Klein. Chisago sends it back down behind the net. Now in the corner is St. Jacques. Battling for it, gets it to Klein. Klein to Turk. Turk gets it up and out. And Chisago sends it back in on net. St. Jacques with it. Goes Oppo over to Steiner. That goes all the way up to the point. Chisago able to chip it in deep. Berggraf battles in the corner. Berggraf and Turk still doing dirty things in that corner. They try to come away with it. Comes up to the point. Chisago able to hold. They go D to D. Shot high and off the glass all the way to the near point. Now dancing through the middle is Chisago. Shot, save, Sheska, and not cleared. Another shot comes in. Sheska with a save and a beauty. There's a loose puck, comes back up to the point. And Chisago able to dangle, send one in. Sheska, though, with a good positioning, able to hold that out. Murphy passes it to Tiva. Tiva up the middle. And now into the corner. He goes back up to the point. Whiteford. Whiteford walks in. Shot. Blocked out front. Ends up in the corner. Banked off the glass. Whiteford gloves it down. Able to hold his own for the moment. That should have been a tripping call. We got away with one there. As Chisago brings it back in. 2-on-3 at the line. Tiva comes away with it. Tiva up to Carter Murphy. As now Schuster trying to chip it in deep. Just can't get much going. 2:43 left in the third period. Chisago walks in. Hedlund pushes him aside. Nice stick by Hedlund. Able to push that away. Schuster with it now on a little bit of a breakaway if he hurries. Schuster shot. Save Chisago. Nice little breakaway there by Schuster. Way to stick with it, kid. Cole Murphy sends it down deep. Towie and Murphy chase. Now far side. Paseo turns and fires. That was off the post. Murphy turns and fires. He hits the side of the net. Towie comes away with it. Works down into the corner. He gets tied up. 2 on him. Puck squirts free for Paseo. He was looking up to the point. Couldn't get it there. Towie throws a little hit. Whiteford able to hold for the moment. Little scrumble at the line. Chisago comes away with it. Hedlund in all alone. 1-on-1. Chisago player bobbles it. And Towie comes away to Murphy. Murphy into the corner. 1:32 left to play in the third period. 4-1 Chisago. Doesn't look like we're going to pull the goalie on this one. 3 goals. Can't imagine why you would. That puck gets by Berggraf all the way down for icing. 1:12 left to go. Shots are 23-19. Like I said, Osseo knocking at the door on the shot department. Just not a ton to show for the 19, almost 20 shots that they've been able to muster up. Only 23 shots from this Chisago team with 4 goals. Chisago through the neutral zone, 2-on-2 at the line. Berggraf throws a hit, separates the puck, chases it into the corner, centering feed. Cole Murphy comes away with it. Chisago, though, controls. Wrap around, back up to the point and out. As now Towie is going to give chase in the far end. 43 seconds. Loose puck shot. Blocked out front by Chisago's number 37. Good sacrifice there. I think that got caught in his gear somewhere. Yeah, he pulls it out of his shoulder pads. Good sacrifice there. Turk on the draw. Hedlund, Whiteford, Towie, and Murphy. Cole Murphy, that is. Whiteford with it to Murphy. Murphy bobbles. Chisago comes away with it. Hedlund now back. Only D back. Shot. Save. Sheska. Nice little pad save. Turns it into the corner as the defense there was burned. Hedlund now behind the net. Oh, centering feed comes through the crease, back up to the point. Chisago shot. Good save there by Sheska. Great positioning by him all night. This second and third period by Sheska, solid. 6.3 left. We're gonna face off. Maybe have a play here, maybe not. We'll see if Turk can just tie him up. Turk into the corner. Tries to tie his man up, comes up to the high slot, shot. Save, no save. Wide left, rebound, save Sheska. 4-1, Chisago will shake him up. Osseo just off to a slow start here tonight, I thought. Looked like we were zombies skating in that first period a little bit. Watching. And this Chisago team took advantage of us. All right. We will see you at the next one. Everybody have a good night.